conversation, baby. They call it Mr. Conversation, baby. They call it Mr. Conversation, baby. Come sit in this hot seat, latest information, baby. Hit a bus in the streets, can't come play so versatile. Trying to keep up, it's gonna take a while. Talk games on wild style. Just tune in.
What up, y'all? Yeah.
Come sit in this hot seat, latest information.
Y'all know this my boy J Biggs.
Hit a bus in the streets, can't come play so versatile. Try to keep up, it's gonna take a while. Talk games
Put out the
on
song
wild
for your
style.
boy.
Just tune in, let's bring it down. Conversation.
Yeah, you know it's your boy Mr. Conversation.
Mr. Conversation.
Ah, yeah. All right, that's enough of that, man. Look, I love you, J Biggs. I love you, J Biggs, man. Appreciate you for the intro. Yeah.
Call it Mr. Conversation.
All right, that's enough of that, man. Shout out to J Biggs, man, for the intro on, the song that you just heard, man, for the hot seat with EJ Thomas. Yeah, I'm appreciate it. I am known as Mr. Conversation, and this is the hot seat with EJ Thomas, my actual name, But anyway, so we're gonna get straight to it today. On my left, I have with me Miss. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get the applause ready. I got to get the applause ready. I want to make sure that you guys get y'all due. And today it want to act like it don't want to work. But yeah, I have on my left Miss Shavonda James. Okay. And on my right, I have Miss Whitney Screwston. All right, so that's a lot of the men that watch right now is clapping for y'all. So I just want to let y'all know that was them. They told me to make sure that I got the claps in because y'all can't hear the claps going. All right, definitely. So, we're going to get started in today. I ain't really put the intro up on the banner like I'm supposed to. Excuse me. But this time we're gonna go into this topic: problems with friends. Now, this got thrown up randomly in a conversation we three had. Just, hey man, we gonna talk about the problems with friends. So I don't know exactly the way we're gonna go right now, but I'm gonna let Miss Whitney push us in and talk about it. How we starting with problems with friends? What's up?
Okay, so you know how when you're younger, it's easy to make friends. You can go to the playground and stuff and just go find somebody and be like, "Hey, you want to play? Let's have fun." But I noticed as I've gotten older, it's harder. It's way harder, and it's not it's not something that is that I personally. I mean, it's something that I personally dealt with because I'm not the type of person to be like, no new friends, no new friends. A lot of people, they don't want to make new friends. But me, I want to make friends. I like people. But friends is one of the hardest things to come about these days, male and female.
So let's talk about your female friends. Give me an issue on Miss James. Well, maybe an issue or something, nobody specific, no names got to be thrown out. But different issues you deal with as a woman dealing with other women in your friendships. Because this is Women Month, by the way. Just want to let y'all know. So if you pull it up here, why you got the two ladies talking? It's Women's Month. Let me let you know that.
But
by the way, real quick, Stephanie Cousins, man, shout out to you. She says it's so hard making friends when you're older. That is so true. Look at you. First point, you already got folks agreeing with you.
Okay,
First point out
Stephanie
here. That's how we doing, huh? Okay.
Right?
Miss James, what's up? Talk to me.
It's a lot of friends. I think if we were to think about younger, I didn't even really have a lot of friends. Like the ones I had kind of were fake. So then I said, fuck being around women. I ain't girls, no, I ain't like girlfriends. Cause no, boys were easier to be around. Cause it'll be like, you can have a conversation, you can play the 2K, and it'd be fine. it'd be fine. I feel like maybe because it was younger, it wasn't no strings attached. It wasn't like it was pure, very pure. You get into the adult range, and it's almost like there's what can I, what can you do for me? So it's like it becomes more conditional. It doesn't feel as genuine when you were versus when you were younger.
The purity of the friendship.
Yeah.
Got you.
Let's think about it. If you at the playground, you ain't got to worry about, hey man, if I be friends with this one, you think they can help me with getting that place down the street? You know what I mean? Like you ain't got none of that when you younger.
Okay. What about you, Miss Whitney?
I would say that my first actual like friendship breakup, that hurt. And I love me some women. You know what I'm saying? I'm a girl's girl all the way through. Like I love women in and out, but it's it's difficult making friends because they do be fake, right? And I'm not finna say that my actual friendships breakups they were fake, but did you really like me for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, was we cool? Like, why we didn't bounce back from that? So as far as like female friends, I would love to, find my actual crew. Like I have one female friend right now who I done been friends with for almost 20 years, but everybody else then fell off. Now, as far as like male friends, I don't even got none. I don't even got none for real.
So I don't know if y'all know Keith David. He plays on Greenleaf, and he also played the voice of Goliath on that Disney cartoon with the gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
He's the main guy, right? I interviewed him a couple of times back in the day, and the reason why I'm putting his name out right now is I asked him a similar question about like friends and people that's in the circle. How have they traveled? He said, honestly, to me, if you can say you have 3 to 5 true friends, that's all you need. That's all you want. Because everybody past that is always going to be there for a reason. How much you can do for them, what they can get up out of you, and it's just not genuine. Now, I get it. That doesn't mean that you don't do things for people. Let me say that first and foremost to everybody that's out there. But there are people that are leeches and that are only here because of your name, your clout, your money. Might be your woman, might be your dude. They here to try to see how you got them. Whatever the situation is, they're here for a specific reason. And once they get that, they will fall off. And so I think we need to understand that part. And how to recognize it quickly. If you coming into my life and how can I get this? How can I get this? How can I get this? And you ain't even spent 90 days in here, it ain't gonna get better. Just like any type of relationship, whatever how it starts, it's gonna get worse. That's my theory. I've had a lot of people, even in the last since I've been doing this radio podcasting, people will show up. They just want to interview or they want something, and then they disappear soon as it is. But you got to understand that's just how the world works. I don't agree with it. But getting back to the friendships that you guys are talking about, do you have anybody that has maybe you thought the opposite way, but it ended up they were? Or maybe y'all just had a misunderstanding, but y'all can come back? Or have most of them that's just bounced?
Oh, no, I got one. It was when I was about early teens. I messed around and like we were friends for a little bit. She ended up, I even invited her to my birthday party. Chad, she was there with my grandma and everything, and like I had a good time. And then next thing you know, by the time we got back into school, it was like, bitch, who are you? You know what I mean? You ugly. Get out of my face. Da 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 da. And I'm like, golly, what did I do to you? Who pissed in your cornflakes? You know what I mean? But it really, I think it was like a situation where I was like, okay, I got to put my little big girl hat on and just think, you know what? She's young, you know what I mean? Just like I'm young. And And it's just a lot like a peer pressure, and you want to try to fit in where you can fit in. And sometimes the people that you want to fit in with may not like the people that you associate yourself with. If I were to come across this person now, I would fully well have a conversation with them. I don't think I would necessarily shun, but I'm also not put myself out there because I mean, look, if you haven't reached out, well, no, I ain't. But if you do come and have a conversation, I wouldn't have no problem doing that.
Definitely. I think for me, I'm the type of person, I bounced around a lot, I moved around a lot. So being a military brat, you had to learn how to make friends. Like that's just what it was. I'm always the person in the room. I'm trying to do, laugh, tell the jokes, whatever I got to do to, move the situation along. Now, because of that, I have people that come in my life quick, and then I have people that leave quick. So I've just had to deal with that. But I do, when I think about it, I do have a good 3 to 5 like real dudes that I can say they got my back if I need to call. I had a situation where I went through a little professional drama or whatever, and I had to call, a couple of the partners, and they was, hey, what's up? We need to ride. What we need to do? We got to show up. Hey, just like on that movie, I forgot, it's one of those movies where the dude's like, hey man, we got something really bad that needs to be done. All right. I don't really need to explain it to you. I can't tell you what's going on. Just know some people need to get handled. Yeah. And he said, hey, basically say less. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of cats. You got 3 to 5 of them, you good. You got your funny dude in the group. You got the dude that handle stuff with the hands. That's not afraid to pop it off. You got your professional, super professional guy. You probably got the guy that got a little bit more money than else. And that's about it. And everything else just fits into it. For me. Now, how do you deal with that pain though? With it being so difficult sometimes for friendships?
You really just gotta get over it. Really, the first friendship breakup that hurt me. Like I ain't ever been that heartbroken ever. Like ain't no man ever broke my heart like my best friend did.
Tell us the story. This is the podcast. Tell us the story. We want to hear the story.
Okay,
Break it down.
Okay. So this was back when I was 20. So this is about 15 years ago. Because it was 4 of us, right? It was a group of 4 girls, and we would go everywhere together. Like we would go party together, we would go to church together. Like it was birthdays, everything. We was cool, it was tight, and for whatever reason, everybody went to go out to Pizza Hut without me, right? Because I'm like, I wasn't invited to this was it a discussion about me? It was a discussion about me. Well, they believed something that a boy said about me, right? Now, it was true. But like, why y'all talking about me? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all talking about me? So basically they came to my house, right? They came to my apartment and they confronted me about what he said. Now I'm just gonna put it out there. He said that I gave him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we say that on loud? He said I gave him head. We can say that.
Girl, this is a podcast. Say what you want to say. Fuck shit ass, goddamn,
all right.
stupid bitch. Okay. This is all in my motherfucking business. Because if I did whatever I did with that girl, that's my business. So it ain't have nothing to do with her. She just liked his ass. That's all. Go ahead.
I ain't mean to tell you the story for you. Right? But my friends, like, I didn't tell them about, what I was doing. Like, I'm a low-key person. I've always been a low-key person. Mm-hmm. And so they figured that since I didn't tell them, that it was like a breach of our friendship or something. And he wasn't nobody's man. Like, he wasn't nobody's nigga.
How old were y'all?
He wasn't even. We was 20.
Wait. Y'all writing contracts over.
It wasn't no contracts. That's the thing. That's why I was so confused. I was like, y'all are in my apartment right now playing judge and jury over something that I do with my mouth, you know, and it wasn't
Wasn't
even
her
no thing. Like,
boyfriend?
no, it was nobody's boyfriend. No
Okay,
one even my
now
boyfriend. It wasn't their boyfriend.
what
Wasn't
about
nobody's
Dibs?
boyfriend.
What about Dibs? Like, were y'all at a party and she specifically said, "I got that one"? Because there
If
are rules for
anybody
Dibs
had
now.
dibs, if anybody had dibs, it was me. And this didn't happen when we was 20. This happened when we was 16. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like it was real petty.
Well, I
And
can't comment
I'm
on it no more now. You said
no,
16. So
hold
anyway,
on, hold on. I'm sorry,
right, nah,
but
it
you a
was
little
back. It happened way before they confronted me about it. And they was they had just been recently talking about it, you know. So I was confused at why there was an issue, because he wasn't even a factor no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a friend, he was in the, you know, the friend group, but it wasn't even a thing no more. So I'm like, okay, so y'all tripping because of some old stuff that I didn't tell y'all. So it was a whole, like, it was a whole issue. They stopped being my friends. So I'm like, was y'all like, was that a reason? Was there an underlying reason for y'all to stop being my friend? Or, you know what I'm saying? Was that just an excuse?
I'm sorry, that's a bitch ass nigga. What the fuck you doing? You know, no offense, but what you doing telling that? Why did you need to tell that? Like for his
Exactly.
sake. And then two, my goodness, unless this nigga is King Kong dick machine, like why would you even care
it don't
what he
matter.
got going on? Like,
Is or not. At the end of the day,
all four though.
that's not something to lose a friendship over when it ain't nobody dude. You know what I mean? Like, why
Well,
are y'all
clearly they
talking like
must
you're
have
saying?
secretly wanted him.
Yeah,
Clearly.
somebody just wanted him.
All
That's all that
four.
was. That's it. I get you. It be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
They must have got caught up. They must have got caught up in that little special gift mode themselves, and he just might have said that while he was doing what he was doing. That could very well be the case.
They decided to meet up at Pizza Hut and talk about. I was the topic of discussion. Like,
okay, well, I hope they got a deep dish about it. Was they even selling those? Yeah, I hope they got a deep dish. Pizza Hut always had that good pan. I don't care. I'm just gonna let y'all know. This the fat boy that's still in me. I can lose all the weight I want to. I still want the pizza every now and then, that greasy crust. But excuse me. I will say this. Okay, let me give you mine real quick.
I hope they had indigestion while they were talking shit.
Stomach bubbling because they running their mouth talking about folks. This guy. All right. So for those who know me in the past, there's a couple of people that'll be able to do it. Cause Carver High School. So me and Miss James went to the same high school back in the day. I was in what's called Raiders, ROTC. So we used to run around, jump around, do all that stuff. I trained for 3 years to become the best in my city at that. Now people, you win your gold medals, all that type of stuff. All right. So we get to the event. I do everything I'm supposed to do. I got scouts out there watching me for the military, maybe going, special stuff, all that stuff. This verifiable stories, right? You had a PT test where you have to score a certain amount of points. A competitor of mine who was my friend at the time, but he was on my team and he was the second guy. We both did what we were supposed to do. I got me a 300 score. He ended up with like a 295. So I'm supposed to get the gold medal. Turns out he went up to his girlfriend, who was one of the student people that was recording stuff, and he told her to make one of my scores lower than it's supposed to be. So I ended up, but not low enough for us to lose the team medal, but low enough for me to drop down so he could get my medal. So I ended up dropping from first to fourth place. Now, 3 years. They only give gold, silver, and bronze. This is 3 years of training to do this. You're a freshman. You got all them upperclassmen over you. I had this one guy. He was great in front of me for 3 years. I waited my turn to be the best in the city overall in this. And he does this. So I didn't know he do it. So when they start saying the third place, they said this one dude name on my team. It's like, Tim. Okay, cool. Tim, you know what I'm saying? You did what it do. Okay, cool. Timothy Thompson. I'm gonna say his name. That's another good friend of mine. He's a real estate agent out here in Texas, actually, right now. So Shout out to him. Then another guy from another school got second place. Okay, cool. So everybody looking at Marcus like, dang, you ain't make it. Like, I thought you would have been close because you was close up there with EJ. You know, cool. So when they start saying, and in first place, everybody's looking at me thinking that I'm getting ready to walk up there. I got the swagger on. I'm bouncing like a whatever kangaroo in this thing. You know, it's years, boy. We got Jeezy playing in the background. Get him, Jeezy. I got him. I remember this. They say, and from Carver High School, Marcus Ransom. I said the goddamn name. You know I'm talking about too, don't you? Motherfucking Marcus bitch ass Ransom.
Damn.
But we ain't been friends since then. Called him Darth Vader in school. He was my boy, but that was fucked up how you did me. Boy, that was messed up. Then the man took my medal. He took my medal and applied to get into the JRTC program, CSU, because, hey, I got this, you know, I'm PT God, you know, I'm number one. Man, bro, I ain't work out since then. Hey, C-Town Leo, you know what happened if you still here watching. Tell him what's up. Tell him if I'm lying tonight. You know what's up. Your brother Cali was on the team.
Damn.
Bro, look. That right there, I had to be like, I just can't mess with you, boy. That was too hard. That's 3 years of my life I done gave for this right here. Yeah, you can't snipe me. I learned then dudes will snipe you for anything that they want.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, I was hurt. That's my first major friendship that ended. And to this day, if I see him, cool. See him at the reunion, wave. All right, have a good day. Yeah. Just keep it going. I'm still feeling sour like that.
I ain't gonna lie, the wave is gonna have to have a middle finger every time. Just
I started getting fat. I started getting fat ever since then. I ain't working out no more. I ain't doing a single push-up again. Now I went to the military a little bit, but I said I can't take it seriously no more. But anyway, that's a little backstory for me. If y'all got anything else you want to say about the problems with friends? Yeah, hey, my boy just put it on. He said, oh yeah, I remember that for real. He ain't lying. I cried. I cried on the bus. Matter of fact, I cried before I got on the bus. My dad was there. Man held me in his arm. My dad's tall, big, everything. Man held me in his arm like I was a baby. He said, man, it's gonna be okay. I know how much you put to it. Shout out to my dad, just passed away. Just had to put that in there. But my boy, no, he just put it on here. He done verified. Oh yeah, I remember that for real. But that was the most embarrassing moment in my life.
Whole thing was, you out of the top 3, like goddamn,
it dropped me to number 4.
Out of the top 3. That's what I'm saying. At least you could at least have me at 2, goddamn. Man, golly, man, you could at least got me with a medal.
I ain't want that.
He didn't even let me get a medal.
He said take some of your points away when he could have added some points to his own thing. And y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to drop you all the way out.
It wasn't make sure I medal. It was make sure I medal and he don't medal.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Marcus Ransom, aka Darth Vader, with a burn ass. No, it's different. It's 11:59. Anyway, and nothing wrong being dark, nothing like that. I'm just saying, but that's what we called him, either 11:59 or Darth Vader. But anyway, Dark Vader, D-A-R-K Vader. Anyway, we're gonna get back. Sometimes you gotta take a little personal privilege. I done got a little off on this one. Excuse me. You see, I'm still bitter about it. I ain't gonna lie about that one. I'm back in the gym now too. That I use that as motivation. I be thinking about it. But anyway, let's talk about coming next. Black economics, y'all. This more than anything right now is very important. Y'all know who's out there. If you want to know who I'm talking about, look at that hot seat sign and look at what's one of the main colors on there, and then that'll tell you who I'm talking about. That's the color of their hairpiece. Okay. One of the main colors. Okay. So, yeah. I try not to get too political, but this is going crazy. All right. And the reason why I try not to get too political for me is my feelings. I care about my people. I care about my family. And things that are going on right now, I don't agree with. What I want to say is, for Black economics, I want to start off is we need to keep the Black dollar in our own community. We keep going and shopping at all of their spots and where they want us to. There's a reason why there's a Family Dollar or a Dollar Tree, a alcohol spot, liquor store in almost every other corner in cities that have highly dense population of African American. There's a reason for that. They want your money as soon as you cross a street. You catch there. They want you to stay there in that side of town. You don't come over here to this where the good stuff is at. We giving you this over here, and we don't. It's not we don't. We follow what they say. They make it too easy for you to just go around the block to the Family Dollar and get your eggs that are crazy right now. I've seen $6, $7, $8, $9, 18 pack for, dollar egg basically.
Look, at this rate, I might have to hit Jose over there off the side street. The one to be having the chickens and shit. God damn it, to get my damn dozen over there.
You know it.
You know what I mean? Get that low. How you say egg in Spanish? God damn it, the huevo. The huevo.
Look, what? And I know we're laughing, and because sometimes laughter is the best way to just shake it off of you. But let's just talk about economics for a little bit. So when you guys go shopping, are you seeing these ads that are directing us to certain things? Do you see how they're trying to combat us not wanting to go to Walmart? Or Target now and things like that. They've made, if you look at the commercials on TV, I know a lot of us don't anymore, but even now, they're targeting us more and more and more with these specific ads now on streaming. Like that's all you're going to see is those. And then a lot of them are the ones that are don't practice DEI anymore. So for instance, Target, right? That's the main one that everybody knows and is talking about. How do you feel about Miss James about them taking DEI out of Target and these type of stores? Black-owned products are no longer, they don't have to sell them. They don't put any extra money towards them anymore. Like Tabitha, what's her name? The lady that does
the vegan stuff. I know he's
they had a mandate and had money to put towards Black-owned products and businesses. Now they don't have to do that anymore. How do you feel about that?
They're just exercising what we already know. What makes you think you want anything? We only give you what we let you get. We only let you get what you. So that means, like, if you even think about the whole thing about going all the way back, Black Wall Street. Main reason for that, if you think about it, we wasn't able to actually be on Wall Street for real. We wasn't even really able to get stocks and stuff like that. That's why Black Wall Street thrived. Then all of a sudden, what did they do? Oh yeah, y'all thriving too much. I'm gonna take that back.
That's 100% correct. Let me. I gotta address a comment. Shout out to Mike Bowles, man. He's a camera guy out in Pensacola. I'm sorry. In the northwest somewhere. I apologize, my boy. You'll put it down there. But we used to hang in Pensacola, Florida, doing cons and stuff. We used to come and do camera work and be with a group called CNA. That's Complete Nerd Authority. We'll get to that a little bit later. But so shout out to you, Mike. Yes, bird flu is the reason why egg prices have went up. But eggs aren't the only thing. Gas prices are up. Inflation is. The numbers on
the cost of living just keep going up.
Cost of living, inflation is not matching, and yes, it has risen over an extended period of time. So some of this is on the Biden administration, also correct. You haven't said that, but I do understand that. However, what are we going to do to start fixing it? For instance, I don't want to go too far off. Go ahead. Okay, so like tariffs, dumbass idea. But anyway, we're gonna get back to talking about what we're. Here, he's from Michigan, y'all. Mike Bowles, man. So, now my homeboy Wayne Wheat did tell me this. He said, everything has not risen because the price of cat is still the same. You right. The $40 ones is still $40. You know what I'm saying? $100 one still $100.
No.
They
The
fucked it up the
$1,000
game.
one.
They done
No,
fucked up the
still
game a long
1,000.
time
hell
ago.
no. Hold on. No, hell no.
Y'all saying cat up too?
Yeah, I think the cat up now
Well,
too. 'Cause
Wayne, I gotta go with the ladies.
come on now.
You can
Think
pull
about-
up. I'll send you the link if you want to pull up and defend your perspective. But the ladies who have the cat is saying that the cat is going up too. So I'm gonna blame Trump on that too. Trump, we can't get $40 coop no more. Not saying, anyway, these jokes. So don't go. Somebody gonna tag this and do this right here. EJ said he be getting $40 cat.
Hold on. Look at these goddamn rent prices, man. Look at the rent now, man. Look, shit, you can't get too much Section 8 now, goddamn it. So shit.
Yeah. They said, hey, they just got through kicking out some people in they got 90 days. 45 days. Edmond Estates. Got to say that. Shout out to the people in Edmond Estates. It's in Tri-City area in Columbus, Georgia. Y'all going through a lot. We'll address that a little bit later. But yeah. Just want to say shout out to y'all, and it's not fair 45 days out. You need 90 days in this economy to really try to plan and to save up to what you got to do. Yeah, move. I got homies that's just moved. You know what I'm saying? Wayne, my boy Wayne just had to move. So I know he gets how expensive it is and how much it takes. So to get back a little bit more serious, there is a concerted effort to make sure that the dollars that we have goes out of our community. And like you said, every community in the last since the beginning of time, when we are together, they find a way to break it up. So when we do build our own banks, when we do have our own communities, Rosewood, when we do have our own banks, Black Wall Street, when we do have our own, I think it's bomb, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's bombing. Right. It's all these different ways to kill us or to knock down our economic feasibility, how much that we're able to provide for ourselves. So how do we combat that? I mean, you can't do anything when they got the nukes and they got the what's called. So one thing, I'm not telling anybody to revolt or anything, but protect yourself. How you choose to do that, I'm gonna leave that to you before they try to put me on the watch list.
Thanks.
Second way is home ownership. Let's talk about that for a second. Okay. I believe in home ownership as a way for to strengthen your economic portfolio. Okay. You have to do it right though. You have to get the good interest rates so you can pay it off in 20 years instead of having a 40-year, paying it and you die and you still ain't done with it and you leaving debt to your children. Okay. And then
life insurance.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Life insurance. Okay. I know plenty of one of them is on here, Shantoria McCray. She is a life insurance expert and sells the hell out of it. If y'all need it, hit her up. She's licensed in Georgia, Alabama, and I think some state or two, and she can get you in contact with good people if you are not in one of those states.
Whole life to be specific.
Yes. I have some term policies because with me, I was too overweight and all of that. I got to get that off. Let me see. Wayne also says Victory Good Drive got good discounts though. I don't know about good discounts, but they got discounts. I don't know about good.
No, they gonna come with an emergency room. Goddamn, it's gonna be some cream you gotta put on.
Yeah, we don't want to take no peanut butter shots or nothing like that, my boy. After that, don't do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want that at all, my boy.
Come in with a dick, the other one falling off by the time you get done and shit. Now you gotta carry in and shit in the car. And shit. Like damn,
looking like looking like you left. Okay, let me see. The banks beat out a lot of people who want to be homeowners while paying cash for the houses just to rent them out forever. Yes, that's a place. I mean, there's so many things I'm gonna end up covering.
I gotta say this because it's like, do you think Walmart started with one person?
Not at all.
Why is it that it seems like when it comes to something that's a black venture, oh, I got to do it just myself. Oh, I don't want nobody involved because I don't want them to have credit. Why
Because
don't
black
people
people
actually
can't
come
come
together?
Black
Like
people can't
we
come
could have been
together.
had our own Walmart. We could have had a black mark by now, but it's a lot of people that want to be, I want this, I want to be the one that's the head. I want to be the one that's that person, instead of being like, okay, look, bring your money together, bring your money together. Like I think you're starting to hear about some of them now, because I think it was like a group
Green
of
something with Killer Mike and all of them. They're doing that right now with
Mhm.
banks, and they can lend to other people of our ilk. You can never say we only lend to you, but you know how just like they do, they manipulate numbers. We can do the same thing on our side.
Absolutely.
But what you was gonna say, Miss James? You were saying what earlier?
No, yeah,
I'm sorry, Whitney. My bad.
Mhm.
What you were saying
I
earlier,
for
Whitney?
one,
We good.
I'm excited. How they talking segregation talk. I'm excited to see what that brings, because if you think about it, back when Black Wall Street was on and popping, it was segregated. You know what I'm saying? Like we were forced to come together. So I think we should, like, this is gonna force us to come together again, and this time it'll be different. Black people, we have. Well, I might be going a little bit too deep, but I don't know if y'all familiar with the Willie Lynch letters.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I
Very
fully
familiar.
this is systematic. Like, it was all a plan for them to get us to turn against each other. Them 400 years is up. It's time for us to come together. I'll spend my money with a black person way before I spend my money with anybody else. I'm a
Okay.
hairstylist, and I'll drive 25, 30 minutes. I do drive 25, 30 minutes to a black owned beauty supply store before I go to one that's right down the street that's not owned by one of us. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what this is about to bring, and it's just all about educating yourself.
Okay.
Being
Now, I get the general principle and I respect it. However, you're gonna, in my opinion, this is going to become a separate but equal thing again,
Okay.
and it's not going to be equal. And so we don't have the institutions. We don't have the institutions for it to even be close yet. We have to get the institutions first, then do the separation. See, they're trying to get it to happen now before we have the infrastructure to be able to take care of all the stuff. We don't have like I said, we don't have the armament like they do. We don't have, so they can take it over at any time. They can drop whatever, like in the past. We got hands, but they got the bullets. Now we got some bullets, but they have the super grade armaments, the shit that go through Kevlar and stuff. A lot of us don't have all of that. We don't have the financial institutions yet. So we can't move out on our own yet. It has to be a strategic move for me, and we build on it, and then we go and say, all right, now we don't need none of that no more. We good and stuff. If I want to go get my wrench and put me a wrench on the stuff, I got to prepare first. I got to make sure I have infrastructure. I have to make sure I have the generators and things out there to actually move and put myself out there. But I definitely will. Let's just start off with buying black owned. Let's keep our dollars with us first.
That sounds like a beautiful fairy tale. Did you honestly think when they all of that doing is just letting you know we were never free? Like,
Not at
what are
all.
you doing? Like, no. So if they want to drop it just like that, that's exactly what they'll do. They ain't worrying about, oh, what if they have their infrastructure together? Maybe, oh, we need to make sure that they're no. They been wanting us to struggle, child. We've been having to get it from the mud for a minute.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that they're gonna stop that now?
Question though, if we are, it's harder for them to drop stuff though when we're all with them. It's harder. Now when we're segregated now and they know this is a town, an all black town, and this is an all black city, or this city is 97%, we fuck the 3%. They just gonna have to disappear. The numbers work for them. But when it's 50-50, they can't bomb Atlanta. It's still too many of them that's there right now too. You get what I'm saying?
There are too many systematic Uncle Toms for that. They have developed everybody into, oh no, you can't say this, because this is where the money is. You need to shut your mouth. You can't say this, you can't say that. Oh, I don't need you to move like this because this is where my money coming from. Yeah, he might have called me that, the hard R, but look, he's still making my money right now. So you got that.
So y'all basically saying we got to step off the ledge. We just got to go ahead and do it.
We got to.
We gonna have to go. We gonna have to hop off the porch. We're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna have to. That's how we been doing it.
And it's too much technology. It's too much technology, too much information out here right now where we cannot say, hey, I don't know how to do this. You could go on Google right now.
ChatGPT is my best friend.
There you go. AI.
Who on Google?
The use of AI.
Is it who on Google?
Yeah, well, yeah.
We probably gonna we can't use that search engine. We got to go to ask Jamal. We got to go to ask Jamal.
No, but even like artificial intelligence, if you answer the question right now, it ain't gonna lie. It's gonna tell you exactly what it is. I mean, if you don't know, you're gonna find out.
Give them a prompt to look up.
Yeah.
Give them a prompt to look up. Well, we'll get to as she's searching for that. But yeah. I definitely understand you guys' sentiments, and I hope it doesn't ever get that. But I am slowly preparing. Maybe I need to prepare a little faster, a little more, but I'm slowly preparing. And
look, if everybody stop worrying about going on vacations and actually use that money to put aside into stuff to be more financially or conscious, and maybe we might be able to do something. But everybody want to get flew out and pay for OnlyFans and shit, you know what I mean? But hey,
all I'm saying is it'd be a lot of stuff on some of them OnlyFans. You can learn. OnlyFans is not just what people think it is. There's a lot of stuff on OnlyFans.
Who owns OnlyFans?
Yeah, say that.
Who do you think owns OnlyFans?
But guess what? Who owns the cheeks though? That's what I want to know.
Well, yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, we'll find another one. So what we're gonna call the next one? Only tans. For skin color, the only tans.
I feel like they're gonna be Korean if I ain't gonna lie. Let's give it. Give me one more time.
Let
me one more time.
We at the hot seat with EJ Thomas. Do not. Anyway, okay, gotcha. So C-Town Leo says you can teach yourself a lot using Google, YouTube, AI, etc. I run a lot of my businesses through AI, and yes, my boy got about 12 kids, so I know he got a bunch of businesses to be taking care of all them mouths, but he just be popping them out. But that's my boy
doing his part to repopulate the
fan
world.
base. He said we can go to fan base.
Fan base.
That's us on.
Okay.
What's up?
Fan base?
Yeah, fan base.
Okay. I'm gonna look into it.
I just asked, how can African Americans take over the economy? Economic empowerment within the African American community is a powerful goal that can be pursued through strategic initiatives in entrepreneurship, financial literacy, investment, and cooperative economic practices. Here are some actionable steps. Long ass shit that I'm probably not going to read, but clearly it gave something.
And it addressed a lot. So
financial literacy stood out to me.
Whitney said about working together to address that on there. Cooperative. We address entrepreneurship, getting your own businesses and things like that. Like C-Town Leo just said. So we already have the ideas. It's just the actionable part. See, what a lot of people don't understand is rhetoric versus practical application. Theory versus practical application. We can talk about this all day long, but what are we going to do? So this is what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do right here. Any podcaster in Columbus, Georgia, if you want to either learn something, give some info, you want to do some content or whatever, let's come together and let's do it. Y'all can clock this, This is 40. We are 44 minutes in and 58 seconds in. So anything from 40, you can clock this and say. So if you reach out to me, give me 1 week to get back to you. 48 hours for the response and about a week to try to get something on. If you want some knowledge, if you want to teach me something, you think you can help make mine better. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Collaboration, working with people. Let's start with that. Coming together in our pools. And then we can come together with money. Then we can come together saying we need bigger loans. Now we can get housing and we can get land ownerships. So crazy. Y'all don't ever heard of tax liens?
Yes.
That is one of the easiest ways right here. Okay, tax liens, for those who don't know, are going to be listening to this and who don't know, is people owe money on their shit. And when they don't pay it, the government can seize the house or whatever and all of that. So instead of the government seizing it, you can step in and say, hey, I'm going to pay it for them. Give them a loan. You can
go buy it at an auction.
Yep, you're true. Buy that auction, or you do the tax lien. They have 365 days to give you your money, but they also have to put there's a percentage over the top
35% or something like that. Yeah.
And so you get it's like a loan really that you're doing, and then the bank, you know what I'm saying, you're getting more back. So I give you $100, I get $135 back. I give you, so think about it, if I do $10,000, $1,350 back. So you know it's worth it. It's more than you're gonna get with the 401k, leaving that in briefly. 1 year is more than if you put it in a CD. You're getting better on your money. Now they can pay it back, but you still get more than you gave a year from now. So it works easily. And then guess what? Now you can even have their entire house. You can have the land, everything that's on it. A friend of mine who's a lawyer, I ain't gonna say his name, but most of y'all who watch, you know what I'm talking about because he's been on here before. My boy owned like 10 acres here, another 10 acres there. So, yeah, when the homestead the taxes that haven't been paid, exactly.
Yeah, the only thing is it's that year. I mean, it would be better off doing the auction thing because at least if you get it, you can go ahead and start working on it right then. But you know, you got that year. That's the only thing.
That's true. But again, if you got money that you're going to put in the bank anyway, and you know people want to save, you get more for your buck doing that than you do if you saved it and you got the percentage on your money most of the time. So that's the thing. That's why it works. A lot of those accounts you have to keep closed for a year anyway when you put it in there to get the high level interest rates on there. So there you go. Now I know a lot of y'all don't like when we get too deep into here, but I'll tell y'all this is infotainment, and I bet y'all didn't think y'all were gonna see the titties on here talking with some sense. See, that's what I do. That's what I do. So we got the titties out so you can look real quick, and then next thing you know, you hearing some real shit. So look at you. I got you stuck. You came for the titties, then you heard some info. You like, oh, they teaching a little something, or they telling some stuff that's real. Look at you. See, it's infotainment. See, we know how to do it around here. So for those of y'all that was up here, oh, it was just somebody on there, and then they look like yeah, we got some real stuff. We started off talking about the friendships and things like that. Now we on the black business, and now we are getting ready to talk about. We're going to talk about this dating pool, right? For those of y'all that are still in it, I'm out of it. I'm not in it. But, you know, I know a lot about it. I talk to a lot of women, a lot of men about the situations and stuff like that. That's Mr. Conversation. So people talk to me about it. So I think we came to a consensus earlier when we had the brief conversation. The dating pool sucks. Now we want to talk about, one, why it sucks. And then two, what can we do individually and together, just like we talked about economics, to change the situation? We're going to ask ChatGPT the same thing too. You know, not right now, but you know, we're going to get to it. We're gonna use it. It's here.
Let me go ahead and put it in while we're talking. But I got you.
So first off, Whitney, tell us from your perspective. Now, everybody, this is a conversation that might get a little male, female-ish. Y'all know I don't do the gender war stuff, but we do still have things that we need to talk about and address for each gender and each side and together. So we're gonna handle this with class, but we're gonna talk about it. So dating pool. So why do you feel the dating pool sucks?
I feel like the dating pool sucks because everybody is just so comfortable with having multiple partners. It's just everybody just gets a pass. Why are we giving people passes to have multiple partners? And that's just my opinion. I can't speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have multiple partners, do it the right way. Be poly. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie about it. Don't be undercover with it. Just, be honest about it. But I can't
So
get
you
down.
so you're saying you feel that the dating pool sucks because people are trying to smash multiple people and that's it. They're not trying to have actual relationships. I'm trying to paraphrase it a
They're
little
not
nicely.
trying to
Be
it's I
monogamous.
guess yeah, monogamy is not common. And it was I guess it wasn't common before because my grandpa, he had like
That
3
part.
families. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he also took care of the house, like
Papa was a rolling stone.
I got I got a bag of
Wherever you
cousins.
laid his head was his home. And when he died, it was a lot of people on the back row that he had. They had families and stuff. That's what happened. But go ahead.
And
Sorry.
maybe I need to change my perspective. Do I is it me? Like, should I be comfortable with that? Because I'm not. I'm not. I don't like it. I don't like how if you're gonna talk to multiple people, then be open about it. I just don't like how people be lying about it. Just be honest. Let me choose how I want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Let me
That
choose.
part.
If you fucking with 2, 3, 4 other girls, let me choose to be number 5. You know what I'm saying? Or not. Don't lie to me and tell me I'm the only one, and then I gotta find out from everybody else that I'm not the only one. Cause then that's when shit go left.
Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello. And I'm
Michelangelo.
looking for my Michelangelo too. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you just need 4, 5 of them mugs. That's it. No, just playing, y'all. Just playing. Cause they love to clip shit and send it in the inboxes of y'all know when y'all see them shares and then you can't tell who shared it. That cause they send it in somebody's inbox. If you were gonna share something, you could just share it out loud. So help me with the algorithm. You gonna share it to somebody's inbox, let them know. Yeah, he said something. Yeah. But
Mike.
appreciate you sharing it anyway. Yeah, I put that up there for you to catch it. Mike got a random question.
All right, Mike. Okay, so at what age should women get a weave? What kind of weave you talking about? You talking about a wig? You talking about a quick weave? You talking about braids? Um, to be honest with you, I think the first about 4 years of life that little girl's hair needs to be left alone. Her hair follicles need to develop, and most most um most little girls hair is they get messed up because their parents, their mom, their dad, whether no matter what the situation is, they start manipulating their hair follicles too fast and they're not done growing in. So about 5 is when you can start putting some braids in. I wouldn't recommend a weave, like a quick weave, no sew-ins, no glue, no nothing like that, but braids are definitely a protective hairstyle. Twists. I locked up my daughter at 3 years old. My oldest daughter, I locked her up at 3 years old.
He said, "What about wigs? What about wigs?
Wigs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe like 16. I wouldn't put because
You talking about sewing, the pool sewing?
Yeah, sewing. Yeah.
yeah, all
Yeah, we
that
need
all that
time for that.
shouldn't be there till 16. Yeah, I would say
Y'all be
16
making
is a
y'all
good age.
daughter's bald head at 24, and then you wonder why she bald at 24. You know what I'm saying? When she got the little male part or female part and pattern baldness at the top,
Yeah,
crown and
that's
stuff,
where
or
traction
don't have no
alopecia come
edges no
from.
more.
Don't be pulling on them babies' hair like that.
Okay. Understood. Mike, you know, that ain't had nothing to do with what we're talking about, but you know, I love you, so I went ahead and put it up there anyway.
I can't even imagine a 6-year-old with a 27 piece. Lord Jesus, God damn, not no 27 piece. No, man. Now you got to put them damn tattoo baby hairs and shit on there. You know, they got the lace baby hairs now.
I seen that.
All right, C-Town Leo says, been married and we open to one another. Just one to help and more to establish something, not just lust. Okay, cool. I get it. You're saying that we're building the foundations and stuff like that. A lot of them dudes use their bullshit. Look, man, let me tell y'all some real shit. Okay, all right, I'm go ahead and tell y'all. Look. Niggas, y'all know we want to smash. Like, let's stop trying to make poly stuff about we just trying to build. No, it's not. We just. You still also want to hit more than one. You still trying to hit more than one thing. You know you is. You know you want to. Let's be real. Because how it's supposed to be, if y'all, because y'all love to use the Bible when we talk about stuff like that, is the man is supposed to be able to take care of each one of those ladies in order to do it. She's supposed to have her own house. You're supposed to have that guap, that money. See, poly and multiple women, like multiple women, that's a rich nigga game. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you that as a dude, and I ain't pandering, I ain't saying that to now. Look, I'm not talking about, you know, you had your little side piece, whatever, you know, that's not what I'm talking about to the average niggas. I'm talking about y'all that's trying to live the life, and they all like Neo. Neo still writing songs for everybody now. He's still making millions of dollars a year. He can afford to do that.
He added a fourth.
Didn't he just get his fourth girlfriend?
Yeah.
Didn't he just get his fourth one?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just got his fourth one.
Jess Hilarious just told on. You know what I'm saying? Now look, okay, let me preface this. You right, my boy. But what if she agree? Okay, cool. If it's an agreement, and that's fine. But I'm saying how it started. As long as you having the conversation and she knows and all of that, and you cool, and she's cool with it, and you cool with it, that's fine. That's what y'all do, my boy. No disrespect to you. Got you. But I'm saying most dudes just, y'all know y'all doing it because y'all want to bust them nuts. You want a little something, you know. Sometimes switching the wigs and putting the braids in don't do enough for you. Sometimes you just need it. Yeah, you like steak all the time, but every now and then you want a double cheeseburger. You feel me? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
You know, I get what you're saying. Like, I get with the goal. I understand, but we can use some nice words to make it sound real good and all like that. But how it's supposed to be, how those kings did it, who were actually kings and had the money and the gold and the coins and the whatever the drachmas or whatever the money was. The niggas in Japan with the yens and China with the whatever all that currency is, they are doing it. They do it correctly. See, we always want to flip it. Now we want you to help build and you to help do this and you to help do that. Man, look, man, cook my food, take care of these kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring that in. If you gonna let me have multiple, I'm gonna go. Well, hey, what's up?
It's you
know
match here for a pimp. Hey, that's all I can. Man, every time you say something about this goddamn polish shit, I'm just thinking hustler and flow. I'm just thinking you just got your hoes and shit. Hey, get on the corner, make my money now. Make my money now. Look, we trying to build. I ain't trying to say nothing, but I'm just saying.
It should be about. It should definitely be about stability, though. But it's
okay. So, would either one with both of you? Would you be in a poly relationship?
No,
I would.
Not at all. Like, not at all. Okay, I need to hear the no first. Why?
No.
Why not?
I don't like the shit dick.
That's the most common answer, right there.
I don't. Oh, I just want the one. God damn it. No, no, we can dress it up or something, you know, but no, I would be straight with one. That's it.
Y'all heard that? She said,
but see, I also know that also makes it very, very hard.
Okay, I don't know where we're going with the hard part. Where we going with that?
Well, because you know, you might talk to somebody and basically they almost tell you, "Hey, man, I want the number 5 special." You know what I mean? Look, they just get straight to the point, man. Hey, man, what that mouth do? I ain't gonna lie. Somebody came in, but what was it? They DM me and it was like, man, I said hello. It's like, yeah, what that mouth do? The fuck? God
Yeah, some
damn.
bold motherfucker.
I'm talking about
That's
like,
what y'all doing in the
fuck?
inbox, straight to that.
Yep.
I don't even
That's
think
what
I
they
seen a
doing.
picture when you talking about that, like just straight in, like, and you pick up bitches like that. Hold on, who you picking up like that, man? But
Whoever,
yeah,
it's called fishing. You know what I'm saying? If you throw the line out there enough times, something gonna bite. You know, that's what
I'm
they
gonna
say.
slide by that hole every goddamn time. And KY jelly and shit, just I don't know about that.
Okay, so you say no. Okay, cool. Now, see, time Leo says because it's less. Got you. Okay, Miss Whitney, tell us why you say that you would.
I would, because as a woman, we are expected to do a lot, right? We are expected to cook, clean, raise the kids, make the house, you know what I'm saying, right for everybody else in the family. I don't mind sharing that responsibility, but the dynamic has to be right. You can't come in here and try to take my man from under me, because that's how most of those go. The third party come in and then want to run off with the man, and you can't be trying to outshine me. You can't be trying to overshadow me. It has to be a perfect dynamic. Everybody got to be on one page, on one accord. I'm fine with it, because sometimes I don't even want to be bothered for real, and it's like, it's her
Girl,
turn
it's your
tonight.
time.
You
Go
know
ride
what I'm
that
saying?
thing. Good, your turn.
But you know
Yeah,
what you
it's her
just said,
turn
Sophie. You
tonight.
just said, yeah, but you had said, your man. Like that's a very monogamous statement.
Ooh,
You're right.
I mean,
our
at that
You're right.
point when you get into it, I mean, you would have to at that point accept that ain't your man. I mean,
Right.
he is there, but
Our
he
man.
ain't
It
yours.
goes from
And
my man to
it's
our
that hard
man.
part. Right. But then it's that hard
But I
part.
don't
Now
want
you
it to
see him
go
giving that
from,
Doc 3000, and then you like, God damn, bitch. I thought we
right.
supposed
I
to
don't
be in
want it
this
to
shit
go from my
together, man.
man
Like,
to our man to your man. Like, it can go from my man, it can go from my man to our man, but it can't go from our man to your man. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how it works.
So that's being,
But
so you
that's what
obviously
happens
need to
a
be
lot.
part of the process. I think that's more of being part of the process and where y'all are picking together, not he
Right.
brings something to you that he's already been kind of working on the side. And,
Right. We're not doing that.
hey, yeah, I got you.
Right.
Going to the club together, going to Walmart together, and hey, she looks potentially, and okay, I approve. You can say hey to her. I'm gonna be on the other aisle. You can ease it in, and hey, well, I got you.
okay,
Like that type of situation.
Get to know together and not
Right.
initially just one person. Because that I would imagine that I'd heard a story about that, but that don't work.
Well, I guess y'all heard it, gentlemen. That's the way you handle it first. First, talk to your woman, your original woman, and then let it be known that is something that you are thinking about. And don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? And be honest. If she shut it down, she shut it down. And okay, well, that just no. But if she is interested, then go and try to find someone together. That way, I think that type of relationship will last longer because it's based on the mutual trust and meeting people around the same time. Got you.
But hold on, how's that going to work if he decide to cheat on the whole roster, and then they got kids together? Lord Jesus, how the world that gonna work, man? You don't
That's
went from
how I
one
be with
roster
the
to
7,
another.
8, 9 ones. I just seen a podcast about that. The lady literally said, well, at first I didn't know about it, but he just kept cheating on me over and over and over. And he ended up having multiple families. And so we were just like, well, we might as well just all move in together. Literally, that's what I saw. That's forced. That's bullshit. I don't agree with that. Yeah, at all.
But that's the potential that you end up running into.
Yeah.
You might be like, yeah, man, I like, hey, I like my little big titty crew, but then, oh Lord, oh yeah, oh itty bitties with the booty. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over here now. It's not. You know,
You ain't gonna change your whole type. Like, well, you know what?
you
Some
could,
people do. Some people do. I'm gonna leave it alone.
yeah.
Right.
But, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone because every time I get on I can't get on the ledge like that. No, niggas we be wilding sometimes. But hey, y'all ladies be wilding too. Tell my son, it's perfect for me. I love you so much. And then you got King Kong, Demon Slayer out there, 6'5", you know what I'm saying? Looking like Tyrese it mixed with the dude that already be making his chest jump on White Chicks. Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Yeah, you went and go get you one of them.
Latrell.
Oh, you got a Latrell on your mind. Uh-oh.
Somebody
named Latrell, y'all pull up.
Ooh.
That's what his name was. Dun, dun, dun.
That's what his name was, Latrell, in the movie.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. You're right. All right. We're gonna move to the last one. We are an hour and 5 minutes in, and I'm gonna keep y'all longer than about 1:15 to 1:20. We went crazy on that one. We went from dating pool to poly. Brought that up real quick. But I want to say, to me, from what I see, the dating pool sucks because people do not hold themselves accountable on either side. And that's the thing. If we would hold ourselves more accountable for our issues, if we work on our baggage, if we work on the issues that we have before we get with individual people, look, if you know you like to fuck, bro, don't get in a relationship, bro. Just be honest. Don't get in a relationship if you like to fuck. It's nothing but pain and stuff for everybody involved in there. If you know that's what you like to do, don't do it, bro. Just don't. Just don't. I'm telling you this. I've seen it too many times. If you know you're super argumentative and you don't like a really man telling you anything right now at this point in time in your life, don't get no relationship. Especially don't get with a man that has, opinions or that is more quote unquote alpha. I don't like using that term, but considered more masculine and maybe aggressive. Don't get with that type of guy because he is gonna want, a little more submissiveness. And if you can't give that in the way that he thinks, don't do that. And vice versa. If you can't be the dude, if you know you broke, then don't date at all. Stop dating when you broke as hell. Stop dating when you broke. Stop dating when you broke. Say this one more time. Stop dating when you broke. And that's to both of y'all. Stop. If you know you ain't got no money and she knows she ain't got no money, yes, you can do cheap dates. But everybody don't want to keep going to coffee, to Starbucks. Everybody, sometimes you're going to need to go to Ruth Chris every now and then. Sometimes, come on, stop it. Stop dating when you broke because it don't make no damn sense. Stop the bullshit.
Priorities.
Yes. Go get your bills straight.
And be a little bit more forthcoming. Some of them a little too forthcoming. I don't know that that's the case.
I'm not because you can run up. The truth ain't hard when you just come out with it, whatever in the beginning.
But some of them don't. Think about it now. That's how some people get caught up. They get the date and shit. Next thing you know, you wonder why somebody done keyed your shit because you done got some crazy baby mama that apparently you still dealing with, and don't put me in that. But you get what I'm saying. It's
I definitely get you.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the last topic, and we're gonna get y'all out of there. We're gonna talk about the different movies, right? We got a lot of movies coming out. We're gonna talk about in particular movie remakes that we want to see, like that we actually want to see that's coming out. Whitney, what's up? You got any?
Shoot, I
Hey, host, do you have a list or at least?
Look, I'm saying because I don't even know what movies is coming out. I'm a music head.
So look, first of all,
come on, music.
40 First Dates. Okay, I want a remake of that. That's an Adam Sandler movie where the girl, Drew Barrymore, ends up having
short-term memory, or is it
short term? She only 24 hours. As soon as the sun sets, when she wakes back up, she does not remember.
Okay.
And I want that to be redone, and I actually want there to be a better resolution, because as you get older and you like, hold on, he still does never ever remember. He just makes like a VHS tape So yes, spoilers, whatever. But that's a 30-year-old movie. If you ain't watched it by now, fucking well.
They should make a black version of it.
Yeah, we really do need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
black
I
version.
want that. And that's one thing. And because I like the fact that, you know, when we talk about love and stuff like that or whatever, I mean, he fell in love and he did what he had to do to get to it. He loved her so much, he loves her through her disability. Like, that's real love. I got to make you fall in love with me every fucking day.
That's commitment. That's real love. To make somebody fall in love with you
serious.
over and over again every day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And even for himself, he probably fell in love with her
over and over again.
Wow.
Because she, you know, her personality might be a little bit different. Because when he was trying to talk to her, each time he had to say something correct, say something the wrong way. She didn't like it. She did like it. It'll get him a little further in. Finally, he starts knowing so much about her that it's just that instant connection. You know, next thing you know, after trying to holler at her for, you know, 2 months straight, he able to get to what she perceives as a one-night stand, but it's not, because he been hollering at her for, you know, 2 months now, but he knows everything about her. But from her perspective, it's still, you know, I'm gonna give you this one-night stand because you're just so cool. Like, you know everything about me. We work together.
You know what? At that point, would you even need a poly at that point? Shit, you don't know what the hell you're gonna get the next time. Shit. What you mean? Could be Keisha today, shit. Could be goddamn
she Madonna tomorrow, you know, whatever it is.
I feel
okay, that's one for me.
Okay.
And I need a better resolution. I need a better end of the movie, because they ended it with basically they just stay out on the boat and he reminds her every day, because she's had kids. They don't talk about all of that. Like, they got a daughter now. She still don't remember. She has to relearn all of that every day. But he just makes a video. Give me something a little better than that. But it was realistic, I guess, for that scenario. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I want the last samurai, the last Ronin, which is basically that's why I brought up Ninja Turtles earlier. Michelangelo is the last one left alive, and he becomes like this super badass because he goes and trains for 10 years so he can finally come back and get it. And Mikey was always known as the one that was the playful one, but he was the best one out of them.
He was my favorite one too.
Good stuff. Yeah, he had fun. So I want that. That's supposedly coming out, but I want them to do it correctly. I had to get that in. Those are my two. Any ones for y'all?
You know what would be a really good remake? White Chicks. I think they should go ahead and remake White Chicks. That would be funny to me.
Now, who would be the people that's playing it? Can't have them again and got too old.
Yeah, I was about to say not the Wayne brothers. I mean, clearly.
Maybe the younger. No, he's too old now. But he was about their age when they played it. The youngest brother. No, Damien Jr. Excuse me. Not the youngest brother, Damien Jr. Maybe he could be one of them.
Have they come out? Did they ever come out with it too?
Don't know. But she says to remake it. So it still works.
I mean, shoot, they remade. Well, they did a 2 for what's that one? Mama's House. What was it? The one with Martin?
Yeah, Big Mama's House. Yeah, we got 3 of those.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't even know the name of the movie. The one that Robin Downey Jr. literally played as a black man. What was the name
Tropic Thunder.
How about you use a real black man in there? How about that?
Bruh. You can't do that in today's society, bro. People be still wanting to get mad, but he played that character so well, and it was so funny.
That was the only time that blackface was acceptable in today's modern world. Like any other time, they was like, "Oh, that's racist," but he did blackface to where nobody really questioned it.
Yeah, I mean, I was younger at the time, and I didn't really understand the concept, because that movie it's another one, early 2000 movie, or no, it's more than that. I don't know. Well, I mean, I understand the concept. I wasn't like really paying attention. Like, it didn't click in my mind because he just did it and it was funny.
Yeah.
And then I want a Funeral Crashers. I want a Funeral Crashers. So the Wedding Crashers, Funeral Crashers with got to get 2, maybe 3
gotta
for
get Cat Williams. Got to. Like, come on. Gotta get Cat Williams.
I like him in it, but I think you need to be able to do some physical comedy you got to, crash into something, do stuff like that too. Is he
Do
willing?
you not
If
see
he's
this
willing to do it.
Hold on. Did you not see him with that goddamn chair? Talk about some wait for it. He going for the goddamn chair.
Understood.
Come on now.
Okay.
Almost say he broke his goddamn leg. He almost broke his goddamn leg.
Almost broke his foot and shit. That goddamn shit. Nigga almost tired of shit.
I ain't see his last one. Come on, we came down here, or you talking about the last?
No. What's the name of that? American Hustler, American. It came out like in maybe 2008, 2009, or something
after
like.
the Pimp Chronicles. Gotcha.
Yeah, after Pimp Problem.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anybody got anything else? Well, I need that funeral crashers, bro, because there's so many funny things happen at funerals just naturally, bro. You could write that for days. Just be showing up to folks' funeral, just crying for no reason, doing stuff like that. Girls, you thinking that they the side chick because they on the back row?
Would it be crucifiable
Have
to
you
say
seen,
that I would not want Tyler Perry to direct
Death at a
that?
Funeral?
Yeah, I seen Death at a Funeral. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Definitely.
Oh, you know what? Even though they did kind of remake it, which I was glad, that Sonic, the first time when they made that little live action Sonic, like that, what the fuck would they do? I'm glad they made it better, in the next one, but like that first one, I was like, oh, y'all had us hyped up. I remember seeing the little stuff they had before, and then next thing you know, when they came out with the thing, I'm like, what? That ain't no goddamn Sonic. Who the fuck that thing is?
Yeah, they had to change that CGI because he looked real ugly on that one. But all right, y'all. Look, man, that's the power of the people, because you can call in and tell them you don't like it before it's getting ready to come out, and they will change it if enough people are really pushing out. So, all right, y'all, man, we're going to get this outro music, man. As it's playing, man, y'all give y'all social medias out. I'm going to start with Miss James, man.
So mine's is Shavonda James, my government name, okay? Facebook, Vonda_yo08 on Instagram and TikTok.
For sure. All right. With Ned, tell them how to find you on social media.
You can find me on all social media platforms. It's going to be Whitney Screwston, SKREWSTON, every platform, all of them. Same thing.
All right, y'all see it on there. I'm going to pull it up one more time. Let me see. Make sure it's Whitney Screwston and it's Shavonda. And it's Shavonda James, man. Y'all make sure y'all pull up on them. Tell them how you think they did. Whatever, all that stuff. There you go. Names out there. Hopefully I spelled them correctly.
Yeah.
You ain't got two T's. Use two T's. So close enough. All right. All right, y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Hot Seat with me, EJ Thomas, man, with my special guest today, Shavonda James, in the studio, and the homie out there in Texas land. I ain't gonna tell y'all exactly where she stay, because I know how y'all do.
Texas, home of Spurs.
Okay, home of Wimby, whatever name of Wimby. I ain't say his full name. I can't say it.
Bayamo.
That 7 foot 3, 8 foot tall wingspan dude. All right, man. We out, man. We're gonna put out in this stream. Holla at you.